Welcome back, everybody. I'm getting to do my review. This is good because I've been bored. I can't get my addiction to mod hubs and mods over with if I can't get to them. So gotta have some content. I love reviewing maps. I seen another one on there. It didn't really interest me. It's not saying it's not worth playing. It's saying that it didn't get my attention. We can see something looks like Stonehenge in the center picture. And the team Aggro Vitkov says this map is for multiplayer. And yeah, it is. But I'm going in on single player. There is some multiplayer maps that is meant to be multiplayer that you can play on single player. So it being a multiplayer map doesn't stop there. Michigan is probably one of the most famous. It is my top multiplayer map. It's number one, hasn't been knocked off yet. As far as my opinion, you're welcome to hate it. A lot of people does. Or you're welcome to love it. A lot of people does. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of this game. It's the beauty of people like Vitkov turning out what they think that a multiplayer map should be. So this is a little bit of a first look. I took a little sneak peek, and but I'm going on single player because it's supposed to work on multiplayer, and then if time permits, I'll go in on multiplayer as well. I probably will for a few minutes anyway. So if you go in on single player, no, I don't want to do course play. Alright. It's got a really large area here to start off in, but it should be, and I'm not really, even though I'm into the small equipment and stuff, and starting out in the struggles and all that kind of stuff, you can see you got a lot of stuff to start off with. It's nothing major in big equipment, but it is a lot of equipment. Like I said, some people likes big equipment. I like to start off small. I like getting a debt. But starting off with 6R and the Vario 700 series and this stuff right here isn't really bad because you're meant to be playing on a multiplayer map with other people and the fields and everything is intended to be big. And I'll show you what I mean. And get you up in the air a little bit here. Get a little place where we can get up in the air. And we'll get rid of some of this stuff. I'm going to keep the map though so I can keep my bearings. Okay, so this is one of the fields you start off with. I guess I could show from this first. Light them up. You get all this. And if I was going to do this even on multiplayer with my son, most people you kind of tend to fight over some of the lands unless you join the same one in multiplayer, which is pretty easy to do. You just start for both. You can start one up for multiplayer, and then everybody joins that one, and then something like that might be feasible. But for me, even in multiplayer, I probably would sell 16 and 14. There's a lot of mountains and stuff here. I still would want to start off with here with a 12 and 13. 15 rather. Yeah, 12 and 15. I would do that first. But it's just because of me and my preference. You and your preference can be something totally different. And that's perfectly fine. Okay, get back up in here for the third time here. So this is one of your first fields. I like it. I like where it's located. You got you some timber to kind of clean up, and you can even expand your farm out the side a little bit. It's nice level if you want to disc this and put it in grass after you cut the trees up. So you got some early game money here to start off with. If you want to keep trees along the road or whatever, just for, have a little peel, you got another woods right here beside you. So, I mean, if you're into forest, um, there's a whole bunch of trees all along beside. So if you're thinking, well, I need some money pretty quick or something like that, or if you start getting a little bit of a bind, well, chop down some trees, mow some grass, make some silage. So you own this field as well. It's pretty large. That's why I'm saying these two here together, to me, is pretty much enough to start off with. Especially if I'm working, playing with my son. You got a little silage pit back here, so, going ahead and chopping that down and grinding off stumps and get you some silage start would make for a pretty good start. You got a lot of sell points and stuff in this area right here. And it's got a lot of ledges in this. It's kind of a mountainy scene. We'll take a little short drive or something like that. I kind of like the little tree in the middle of the square. I ain't too much on the statues and stuff. And they got another focus point of a tree in the middle of a square area. But, I mean, I kind of like that touch. And that's pretty cool. Like I said, I like old equipment. And these guys are holding out. I want that trailer right there. I like that. Here's another nice little trailer. And John Deere. But the trailers, they're really nice looking. Water tank's pretty cool. If it's something they're actually working on, I really wish I can get my hands on that. Got some more stuff on the inside. Up on top. I wonder if this is going to be stuff that they're eventually going to release. There's the tractor and stuff again. So if we go, reason why I said those would probably be enough. They've already got you set up and ready to start right there. This is another one of the farms, and it's large. I would not recommend doing silage here, at least the way I do it. My ram bales would start here, and they would end up probably over there in that valley. So you might want to do square bales if you're going to do any baling on this part. And there's one more over here. Yep. And as you can see, it's really large, really hilly. So, I mean, it's kind of cool looking. So if you're into the whole rolling hills, not flat lands and stuff like that, a lot of scenery. This map has a lot of it, and it's massive. Old castle sitting up here. Probably could walk inside, and that's about it. Little road coming up to it. So a little place to kill your time. A little waterfall over here. Bridge. Quite a bit of waterfalls, rapids and stuff here. That's pretty cool. Again, another forest area spot. There's several of them that I've been seeing. But all the fields in this is massive. And so for multiplayer, especially if you want to play with somebody on the farm where you ain't got to hire out everything every 5 seconds, and especially if you like the rolling hills and stuff, then I say this map is definitely doable. And I figured it would be when I looked at the pictures and stuff. But pits is missing in a biogas, but they had a pit at the house. So, I mean, that's not a deal breaker. It could be because too I'm in solo. That might be something worth checking out in case there's some kind of something preventing that. But they have a little gate drive-through where they actually force you to come through this gate to come in. I'm not much on a lot of silage that has to do with biogas plants because I just don't like sitting there feeding the thing. But I do love doing silage. Yeah, this map would be absolutely fun if you if you did round bales. If I took over this field and put it in grass, like I said, if I start up here, I mean, you can see the drop. The drop is amazing. It's beautiful. But, I mean, literally, my bales would come right off here, hit that ramp, and be over in here. And I never would find my bales. So, you would definitely need to do square bales if you decide to do a lot of silage and you're just going to do bales and stuff. They got a lot of mountain passes that brings you in from one to the next, so you're constantly getting these scenic views. And if your tractor ain't going to be up to some decent quality, you're going to struggle getting up into it. I usually like driving around in the maps so I can kind of give a little grounds view of it. But this map is so big, it would take forever to drive through it. Got some more fields over this way, some more timber, a lot more rolling hills. It definitely wouldn't be boring if you don't like the flatlands. I would prefer them. Like I said, my favorite map is Michigan. It has a lot of flatlands, but this one here has a lot of rolling lands. They both are built with the intent that you're going to do multiplayer. So, yeah, you definitely could do some multiplayer. So I'm going to stop this here and I'm going to load it up in multiplayer and look and see what you actually get in multiplayer. Okay, we're back in multiplayer. As you can see, all the buildings has vanished. Silo's still there. Tractor's still here. Your logging equipment still here. And since we're in multiplayer, you get your multiplayer start of 1.2 million. You own no lands, as it should be. But having equipment out, I don't think you should start with any of this at all. To me, if you don't have no lands and you don't own the land that this equipment is sitting on, I kind of like to see it gone away. But like I said again, that's just my preference. That is not law. It is not what you should feel. If you want to start with all this, then keep all of it. The map maker made this multiplayer and they decided this is the way multiplayer starts. And if you're like me and you don't like it, it only takes a second for me to fulfill what I believe. So, no issues. Never is with me. It's just my opinion and stuff that I like. It's not to criticize the map maker or your feelings on how games should start. Like I said, you start with nothing. I like that. If we look at the stuff to buy, 447,000. So if you tried to buy a couple fields at least, I said it'd be nice you start off with. I actually like it better, like I said, like this. The less you start with, the more I like it. I want that struggle to survive. So you're looking right at over 800,000 start with. So the fact you can go in here and actually sell off all this stuff, it actually helps get you a little bit more. I'm going to sell this. It's going to take forever. It would help give you enough starting money that you can actually go in this in a way that seems logical. If you come here and say, I want to get, excuse me, this one here. Now I'm up to 2 million because of all that equipment I was selling. So if you just start off with that equipment and you start off with your 1.2, you're already down to 900,000. Then you got to get a combine because you got stuff there. Your cheapest one's 84,000, which is the one I usually start off with. But if you don't want to sit there all day like me seeing green acres on that great big massive fields, you're going to have to start spending some money. And then I usually start looking around the 560. But then you start getting your trailers. And then by the time you get into buying your seeders and everything else, you're out of money. And you're taking out loans and all that kind of stuff. I can't believe I'm getting sick again. So if you're starting off a multiplayer, your friend, family, in my case, is going to need land as well. So if I chose one and they chose one, we got a big starting area here, and both of us can buy in at a place at a price that seems logical. So that's good. And we can also buy these forest areas to help get money. Another forest area up here, I don't know how difficult it would be to get up there, but we could definitely do forestry early game right here. Unfortunately, this could be an issue, but okay, but if both of us needs a place, just put a house down or whatever, one could grab this and the other grab that, and that's 429,000. That's as much as this more than this field here, just to put down some grain bins and some stuff on. I wish that was a little cheaper, but I mean, like I said, you can always come over here and the other person comes in and they join the same farm. They can bring their 1.2 million and show it over here, and you would have over 2 million. Then you move over to this farm and delete that one. That'll give you $2.5 million. So that would help ease the start, but like I said, I like struggles. Let's take a little bit of a look around. I won't get anything all that great. I'll just get this in here. We'll take a little bit of a look around. So this is where a lot of the sell points and stores and stuff is. And there's this stuff he's making me cry over. I really like the old equipment. I mean, this is just, you can't. Whew, it's vast. I mean, it's vast. Like I said, going from one area to the other is really nice. But, I mean, that's why I pulled this map up and downloaded, decided I was going to do a mod review on it, is because I think in a lot of ways this map is nice, because if you like massive maps and you like the rolling hills and you like sceneries and you don't want a bunch of flat farmlands, there's those kinds of people, and especially ones that does map like FDR logging, stuff like that. They want some logging. So if you're not into flat maps like rolling hills and you know, all that other stuff that makes what you'd like to do so wonderful, then guess what? Now you got a map. There is some other large maps out there. It's not saying that this is #1 pick. It wouldn't be #1 for me because I don't do maps like this. It's not that I wouldn't mind, it's just I just don't do maps like this. There is, I've tried doing Europe before and stuff. It just don't match my play style. That's what the only issue is because I like the do ram bales, salads. Everybody watches. I'm gonna drive over here because I see some stuff over here. Promise I'm not hurting any vegetation here or anything. So, you know, I just don't do square bale silage. I do round bale silage, and round bale silage takes off, and that's frustrating, especially on like the European map, and you got traffic actually on it, and all your bales rolling out in traffic. And then my son's got to sit down there at the bottom of the hill and try to stop them from rolling out in the traffic, or you've got to place fences and stuff along the bottom to try to catch it. But I could just quit being so stupid and do square bales, and then I got no issues. Why I gotta do round bales, I have no clue. Don't really matter. It's just what I like. Like I said, this map just keeps giving. There's so many places that I'm not gonna be able to see in this review time. And who knows? Me and my son might play it because we're playing Australian Outback. Australian Outback is big. There's plenty of stuff for you to do, but we put some playtime in it, but I don't know how long it's gonna last because it's kind of getting a little bit boring and repetitious. So yeah, got a nice little pad up here. Somebody want to start up here in the mountains, another little silo spot, a little roadway access here. Might be a good place for somebody to buy and put stuff down, and plenty of logging. Definitely is logging. I mean, even this hill right here is just dramatic to drive down this. Could you imagine logging that and trying to put it on a trailer and your log rolling downhill? So I guess just use another tree to stop it. Start from the top and work your way down, let it roll into the next tree. But yeah, I'm just randomly driving now, and I'm at full speed. I'm running 60 mile an hour, 70 mile an hour, and I can't even cross this map. And that just tells you how massive this thing is. And they took this kind of time to make this map and bring it to us. So hats off to Vitkov. Can't please everybody, but I think with this map he's going to please a lot of people. I mean, literally 2 or 3 people could drop off on a field such as this. I'm sure you got to work your way up to it. Let's see, I guarantee it's in the millions. Yeah. There's no way to start off on a map like a section of the map like that. 5, yeah, almost 7 million, almost 6 million over here, 4 million. You can tell by looking at any of these. You got some more forestry sections. 1.4 million. So literally, if you go into getting this stuff, you need to start here and you need to work together, because you're not going anywhere on this map, not even a lot of these forest locations, if you don't work it several times and work logging and work silage and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty nice little place. Got some more stuff. I'll check this out down the road here. We are back at the shop. I really want that wagon. Vitkov, you're gonna have to get a hold of me, son. I want to play with your stuff. let's see. Where was that at? I think it was down here. Haven't seen any traffic. I don't know if y'all have or not. I can't keep this little truck on this little road. I mean, it's nice. It's nice. It's really nice. It's very visually appealing. I mean, I like the map. It's just, I'm into the flat. And there's a Stone's Hands looks a little bit better here. It's not all fall apart. I better leave for somebody dedicates my body to sacrifice. Gas station. What else we got here? Got a bunch more pads, so if this can be bought, which isn't always a possibility in towns, but yeah, I mean, there's nothing that you can purchase in this section, but you can start off here, and if you decide that you're going to move your operations to a bigger spot like one of these here, this would be a good place to store your stuff right there. But I mean, only one person can answer a lot of these questions, and that's the maker of the map. And a very big biogas plant here. Little sell points back here. The only thing, like I said, I don't like about the biogas plants is, like, on the base map, it's like 700,000 or something like that to buy the stupid biogas plant, and I think that's ridiculous. This one is almost 1.2 million. So that's a lot of work to get this biogas plant, as well as the base game one, to be able to sell it. And then once you fill this big thing, you gotta sit here all day long with the speed turned up to about 5 or 10, unless they got the settings on this turned up, and you gotta babysit it all day long to sell your silage, and I just can't get into that. I like driving around and combining and stuff like that. So again, nothing against the map maker or anything else in the world. There's a lot of people that does this kind of silage, and I have a few times. That's why I don't like it, is I don't want to babysit it. And I've done it a lot, and it's good money, and it's some of the best money in the game, but I don't want to babysit the silage. So this is getting kind of long on time. I think we got a really good feel for the map. Literally, you can just keep driving on this map. Just keep driving. If you're checking it out, there's tons of sale places in this map. There's tons of good places to start off with. 12 and 15 is perfect for starting off at. I could see me and my son doing that and doing a little logging there. I think we would enjoy it. And I might even play this map a little bit because it caught my attention. And when it catches my attention, I usually give it some playtime. If nothing else, just to test it out and try it. But you got multiple biogas places and multiple of everything. So hats off to him for such a big map and making it look so visually appealing. And like, share, comment, get on the YouTube on the maps, and once you get your opinion about it, share it with others. Put it in the comments. Say I disagree with JD and I actually like the rolling hills and this is why. Put your voice out there. That's what it's all about. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings. It's just my opinion and what brings me happiness, and you got what's your opinion, what brings you happiness. That's what makes this game so fun. And it's modders that in this game that helps us to be able to enjoy this stuff, so, and to bring it to the full potential what we would like to have. So I think it's worth the download. I think it's worth playing. Like, share, comment, subscribe. It helps me. It helps it's free. It helps me, and it helps the gaming community that I love, the modders that I love, the game that I love. Take care, everybody.